Hi everyone, and welcome to Sweetpea Seeds Inspirations. My name is Sydney, and today we are going to make a crochet scrunchie. Now, I do want to note that today's tutorial, or how we are going to be making a scrunchie, might not be the quickest way out there to accomplish a scrunchie, but I feel like it is one of the easier ways. As we will be working a crochet flat, we will fold it in half, and then we will actually sew around the hair tie. So like I said, it might not be the quickest way, but I feel like that is the easiest way than crocheting around that hair tie. So let's go over the yarn choice that you really need to aim for when you are working with things that are going to be put in your hair. You want to aim for a fabric, material, or yarn that is going to be soft and subtle and slick in nature. So silk, satin, bamboo, and there's a few other choices out there as well. You want something that's soft and sleek versus something that is a little bit more abrasive, like wool or even some cottons, or even alpaca, protein fibers. Cotton is a questionable one, though, that it does sit there and soak up any moisture. The problem with silk is it does that, and it will soak up your natural oils, which then will dry out your hair, and then that causes breakage, along with the abrasive fibers like wool, alpaca, protein fibers, stuff like that. It's going to cause static, which then causes friction, and then it causes breakage. So you do want to aim for something that's more soft and sleek in nature. So the yarn that I am using in today's video is going to be the Universal Yarn Bamboo Pop Sock, and this is in the color 503 Jetties. I will try to put this down in the description box if you are interested in using this, or maybe a different color of the bamboo sock yarn. Now, like I said, it is a sock weight, so it's probably fingering, if not a 2-weight yarn. So I am going to be using a 3mm hook. You can really use whatever size of yarn that, or weight of yarn that you would like, but this is what I am going to prefer, along with your hair tie, a tapestry darning needle, and then some scissors to cut your ends. I believe that is all that I need to go over. So this is going to be a 2-row crochet flat over a total of 20 stitches. So we're going to go ahead and chain up a total of 21. So that is going to be 20 plus 1. You should now have a total of 21 stitches. So now we are going to place a single crochet into each stitch for the first and second row. So once you have made it to the end of the first row, you should have a total of 20 stitches, and then you will go ahead and place a single crochet into each stitch again for row 2. And once I have made it to that point, I will meet you for the 2-row repeat. Once you have those 2 rows of single crochets, we will now start working on the 2-row repeat. Now this first row repeat, we are going to be on the front side of our work. So go ahead and chain 1. And into that very first stitch here, we're going to go ahead and place a single crochet. And then in the next stitch, we're going to actually go a row down, and we are going to place a single crochet drop stitch. So you have the stitch here, and then you have the second stitch of that first row. We're going to go into this stitch, and we are going to place a single crochet drop stitch. and that's going to be the repeat unit for the first row repeat. So we're going to go into the next stitch. So you have that drop stitch, and then into this next stitch we're going to place a regular single crochet. And then after you have that single crochet, we're going to go into that next stitch, but go down one row, and we're going to place a drop stitch. We're going to go ahead and continue repeating that for the remainder of this row. So I'll do that with you a few more times. Go into the next stitch, place a single crochet, and then once you have that single crochet made, we're going to go down one row into the next stitch, and we're going to place a drop stitch. And one more time, single crochet into the next stitch, and then find the next stitch, but drop down one row and place a single crochet drop stitch. Go ahead and continue repeating that until you have made it to the end of this row, and you will leave off with a drop stitch. So that is the first row repeat. For the second, we're going to go ahead and chain one and turn our work to now we are on the back side of our work. And very simple, you are going to go ahead and place a single crochet into each of your stitches, and you want to make sure you still have a total of 20 single crochets. So go ahead and place a single crochet into each of your stitches. Again, a total of 20 single crochets. And this is the second row repeat. Now we are going to do the first row repeat over again. So we're going to go ahead and chain one and turn our work. Place a single crochet into that first stitch. And then now we are going to create a single crochet drop stitch into that drop stitch of the previous row. So you can kind of see that drop stitch right here. We're going to actually go into those, in between those two bars here that create that V. We're going to go in between those two vertical bars, and we're going to create a single crochet drop stitch. And then we are going to go into the next stitch, and we're going to go ahead and place a single crochet. And we'll go ahead and continue repeating that until we have made it all the way to the end. So again, in the next stitch, which is going to be that drop stitch from the first row repeat that we did, we're going to go in between those two vertical bars here and go ahead and place a single crochet drop stitch. And then in the next stitch, place a single crochet, and then a single crochet drop stitch. And once you do this for a few rows, you can actually start to see the drop stitches a little bit better. And then single crochet into the next stitch, and then a single crochet drop stitch. Go ahead and continue repeating that for the remainder of this row, and once you make it to the end, your last stitch should be a drop stitch. You'll go ahead and chain one and turn your work, and then you will place a single crochet into each of your stitches. For the second row repeat, you just want to make sure that you do have a total of 20 stitches counted for. Working that 2-row repeat, I made a crochet flat that measures about 10.5 inches. You can make yours a little bit longer if you want more of a scrunch to your scrunchie. That is completely up to you. But now what we're going to do is you will cut a long tail, and we are going to fold our flat in half, and we're going to actually sew this flat onto our hair tie. So the best thing that I have found doing this is to just kind of do a little bit at a time. So I'm going to start off where I left off, and I'm going to go ahead and place that little bit onto my hair tie, making sure it is completely around. And I'm just going to go ahead and sew along that long edge here until I have made it all the way to the end, and then I will sew those two pieces together. The best thing that I can say is find what is going to work best for you to sew your flat piece onto your hair tie. But I'm going to go ahead and continue working this. I'll work a little bit on camera so that you can kind of see what I'm doing, and then the rest I will work off camera. And once you have sewn all of your ends, there is your scrunchie. It may not be the quickest way to make one, but that is how I make a scrunchie. If you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to give this video a like, share, comment, or subscribe. I want to say thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.